The United States lost $16 trillion to its GDP the last 20 years because of racism.
In this video, this young woman explains why she believes that white people are the problem of the United States of America. So over the past 20 years, the United States of America has lost about $16 trillion because of racism. So let's watch the video as she explains, and we'll come back here and talk further about it. But before we watch the video, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the video together.
The United States lost $16 trillion to its GDP the last 20 years because of racism.
In jail, police allowing him to stay in his home because they say he's a threat to himself. Since this app is suppressing my content literally not even 5 minutes after I posted at this point, I'm just going to get out what I really want to say on here, and if my platform suffers because of it, it won't be any different than any other day of the week. So, fuck it. This video right here speaks to something that I've been wanting to say on the internet for a long damn time. And now I'm just going to say it because, frankly, I don't care no more.
Let's go.
White people are the problem with America. White people are the problem with America. White people just now realizing that this country functions off of forced, unpaid labor? No shit. But when it was everyone else working for y'all,
It wasn't.
you didn't mind that people weren't getting paid for the labor that they did, right? It was okay. It was the state's right to enslave people and brutalize them and make them work against their will. But now that you can't afford your Starbucks every weekend like you used to get, now you want to cry bloody murder. Y'all are absolutely the most delusional demographic walking around on planet Earth. Y'all are really out here trying to figure out, and you always act so surprised when you see it. Oh my God, why are people acting like that? I don't understand. They're burning ballot boxes. They're attacking elderly people at the polls with machetes. Like, why would this be? Because y'all are like this. These are your children out here with machetes attacking elderly people voting. We aren't raising your kids anymore, and they're running amok.
Yep.
They're running amok.
Facts.
Y'all are out here acting like you don't understand what the fuck is happening because you live in this lily white bubble that affords you to be ignorant. It gives you the grace of not having to pay attention enough to care about what's happening to everyone else around you. Unchecked white rage is exactly why every single thing that is wrong with this country continues to be wrong with this country. No one stops y'all. They're scared to go in and get this man who they say themselves is a threat to himself and others, who used a weapon on someone working in their own yard and tried to take their lives. Because what? What? You think if that man was black in that house and the guy in his yard was white, that situation would have went the way that it went? You think that police chief would be saying that they are not going to go in guns blazing and kick in the door and possibly get into some type of physical altercation? Do you honestly believe that? No, you don't. Because you know better. Just like January 6th went the way that it went. And it never would have worked with any other demographic. Not even Asians could have done what y'all did to the Capitol. And you know it.
Not even
no one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna handle y'all the way you need to be handled, which is no better than the way you handled everybody else for centuries. Mind you, it was good enough for the goose, so the gander needs to take their turn. And y'all don't want it, and this country won't give it to you. And because they don't give it to you, everything goes to utter bedlam, and then you sit there on your phones crying into them with the audacity to wonder why things are the way that they are. Y'all voted for Trump, you got a damn rapist in the freaking Supreme Court, and then you're sitting here talking about, I guess I voted against my own best interest, oh my God, maybe next time I'll do better, and then you went right back into that polling booth and voted again. And now here we are. And y'all, because of your own internalized need to hate everything that's different from you, would prefer to be comfortable sitting with a white guy in the office again that has proven to you exactly how he will destroy this country. Thanos your economy in order to get things right again. Instead of seeing a black woman doing something that you didn't do first.
Damn. Glam, you better speak.
When y'all come in my comments, when you jump on me on Instagram, attacking me, if this video even stays up without y'all reporting it, please understand that I meant every goddamn word I said. The reason America sucks, the reason that America is a terrible place to live is because of you. The reason everyone that's here is suffering because of a lack of universal health care, because you didn't want black people to get free health care, because you don't want kids to eat school lunch for free, because black and brown children would be eating school lunch for free in a country where you've stolen the land and now you fucked it up when you could have just left the indigenous people to take care of it like they've been doing for centuries. The reason why everything that is wrong with America is wrong with America is because of you. Just you. Just white.
I feel like throwing my
It's not to say that other races don't have terrible people in it, but none of us as a collective have done as much damage to one place than you have.
Y'all.
And we didn't even ask to be here. You brought us against our will in the first place.
There you go.
And still looking at us to go back to Africa. Bitch, where's your receipt?
Like my beautiful sister said, the reason why we don't have universal health care is because black people can get it. The reason why we pay 20% for Medicaid is because black people, they don't want black people to just go and get Medicaid. So they put the 20% that you have to pay. The reason why we have to pay for college is because Ronald Reagan didn't want riffraff going into college because college used to be free. So the reason why you have these student loans is because of racism. The United States lost $16 trillion to its GDP the last 20 years because of racism. 16 trillion with a T. You don't have to believe me. Go Google it. White people will deny themselves things that will benefit themselves. They will deny their children things that benefit them as long as they can continue to discriminate against 13% of the population. Imagine, because of 13% of the population, America lost 16 trillion with a T dollars. The reason why America is the way it is isn't because of black or brown people. It's not because of Asian people. It's not because of the LGBTQIA+. It's not because of the trans community. The reason why America is the way it is because of the racist, toxic, patriarchal, white supremacist man. And the white women who uphold these toxic men up for their proximity to an illusion of white superiority and power. That's it. That's all. Remember, diversity equal power. We can change the world when we work together and protect black women. Until next time. Glam was preaching today. As long as they can continue to discriminate against 13% of the population.
You know, I keep playing back that portion of Goddess Mia's video because it keeps, like, something about it stuck out to me. Like, it's obvious, right? But then there's this other part that just kept catching me and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I finally got it, right? It's not just the fact that racism in America has cost us $16 trillion over the last 20 years. It's not just the fact that just to be discriminatory, just to be able to be racist and treat 13% of the population badly, that a certain portion of America is willing to deny themselves freedoms, rights, liberties, and all of the positive things that they claim that they want. It's the fact that 52% of white women during that first election supported the Trump administration, voted for Donald J. Trump, right? And I'm never going to let y'all live that number down, mind you. It'll be very telling next week when these numbers drop for real. And we'll see what happens when the wheat gets separated from the chaff. Because a lot of y'all be on social media saying one thing, but y'all do something very different in that voting booth. But I digress. Y'all are very, very sneaky with how y'all do things. Because on the one hand, these white men have superiority over you as well. That's why you lost your right to abortion. That's why you're out here now fighting for your lives while black women are literally dying behind your decision. Either way, y'all, here we are, right? And now we have to go through this again. White women use that 13% of the population, you know, us, as a shield between them and their angry white men. Because when those white men are not being racist towards us, what are they being? Misogynist, sexist, patriarchal asshats. See, that's the thing, right? White women get on the internet every day and complain about their husbands, white men, all the things, right? Because they know how awful they are. They know. But they also create them. They also are the mothers to these men. So there's got to be some type of connect between them being terrible and y'all being the source of where they come from. Right? Like, there's got to be some tie between y'all being the mothers and these men being awful human beings that are destroying the planet. And I kept trying to figure out, well, okay, because they're out here constantly saying that, you know, they're fighting back and they're doing these things, you know, putting the sticky notes in the bathroom stalls and all that. It's like, y'all need these white men to be angry at us so they don't take it out on you. Don't you? Just like the rich 1%, right? They need the poor white trash at the bottom to be mad at all the colored people so that the poor white trash at the bottom don't realize that they're only poor because of the upper class up there that they can't get to, right? That's why they have a military and police so that they can protect the 1% from everybody else down here, you know? And it's like, y'all do the same thing as white women. You do. Y'all will sacrifice every other person of color, every black, indigenous person, just so long as you don't have to put up with the men that you create. That's why y'all vote against your quote-unquote own best interest, because it's not really against your own best interest. You are thinking about yourselves first. You're letting these white men take out their frustration on people that look like me, so they don't take it out on people that look like you. That's why this race is so close. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to sacrifice us. They're going to throw us under the bus. They're going to put us out there as a sacrificial lamb so that they can protect their own best interests. Y'all are not voting against your own best interests. You're voting to maintain the status quo, which is your white men being racist first, then misogynist, then patriarchal asshats, then everything else later. Because you know the 1-2 combo is too much for you to deal with. Because if these men don't have black people to be mad at, who else are they going to get mad at besides you? When they don't get that job, who are they going to take it out on? If it's not that black guy or that undeserving black woman or that brown kid from that country that he can't pronounce. If he can't blame us, he's going to blame you. And you know you don't want that. So you will sacrifice us all just to protect yourselves. Did I get it right? Did I crack the code? Did I figure it out?
Welcome back. So in this video, this young woman believes that racism has been the forefront of the United States of America, and this has been a canker on the United States of America. She believes that white people are the problem of United States of America because of racism. Now, racism has made United States lose about $16 trillion over the past 20 years. And this is a very huge amount of money which has been lost due to racism. Now, racism has been a social canker in the United States over a long period of time. Even as at now, it still plays itself out in diverse ways and in institutions and systems that has been put in place in the United States of America. Now, she explains as to why she believes that white people are the problem of the United States of America. Now, she stated that as regards policy that will benefit all Americans, the typical white people in the United States will vote against such a policy because black people who make up about 13% of the population will also benefit from such policies. They will never vote for such policies to materialize in the country of the United States. So she mentioned that of healthcare, which should have been universal and free, but she believes that since black people will also get this thing for free, they will never vote for such a policy to be implemented. Thereby, people would have to pay for it. With regards to education, college fees, which should have been free, they said they do not want any junk or junkie to go to school. So they will not vote for such policies to be implemented so that everyone in the United States could benefit, including black people. So because of racism, a lot of things which should have benefited the entire population have been thrown away. So she says that in an article published, $16 trillion has been lost over the past 20 years because of racism in the United States of America. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.